You ever lay awake at night thinking about things you shouldn't be thinking about? Missed opportunities, bad decisions. That one thing you said at dinner that ruined the whole table? Yeah, that's insomnia. Dr. Sal Monetti, MD, allegedly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sal Monetti. And for over 20 years I've helped people sleep. Until the state told me to stop.
Dr. Monetti ain't your average doctor. He didn't learn medicine from textbooks. He learned it from experience. Courtrooms. Back rooms. And one very intense malpractice hearing.
People come to me saying, "Doc, I can't sleep. My mind won't shut off." I tell them, that ain't your mind. That's guilt. That's when I prescribe Night-Night Veto.
Night-Night Veto is the only mob-grade sleep aid engineered to shut down thoughts, memories, and inconvenient self-reflection. One pill? Your problems don't disappear. You just don't care anymore. Patients sleep through family arguments, construction noise, and in one case, a full indictment. That's results. No dreams. No nightmares. Just pure, uninterrupted, federally unapproved rest. Side effects may include loyalty, amnesia, and suddenly agreeing with whoever's talking. If symptoms persist, good, that means it's working. Customer testimonials. Larry Wong, I took one Night-Night Veto. Next thing I know, it's Tuesday. Frank Pecoraro, I slept so good I forgot who I was mad at. Still don't remember. Feels great. Doctors hate him. Lawyers fear him. The FDA won't return his calls. Is Night-Night Veto right for you? If you're asking questions, probably. Sleep like you're in witness protection because you can't stress about tomorrow. If you never fully wake up, Night-Night Veto is not a real medication. Doctor may not be real. Do not take before a sit-down, during a deposition, or while being followed. Side effects include nodding, forgetting, and unconditional loyalty. Ask your doctor. Unless your doctor already knows better.
Muggs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
The San Francisco Mafia. Politics, power, and the quiet West Coast family. A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. A Palermo Productions original. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. San Francisco, California. A city of fog. Hills. And history. From the outside, it looks clean, refined, respectable. But like every major American city, it had another side. One that didn't make headlines. One that didn't rely on violence to survive. Because in San Francisco, power wasn't taken. It was negotiated. The early Sicilian roots. Organized crime in San Francisco dates back to the early 1900s. Italian immigrants, many from Sicily, brought traditions of La Cosa Nostra with them. Unlike New York, these groups didn't explode into violent turf wars. They moved carefully, embedding themselves into produce markets, shipping, labor unions, and the docks along the waterfront. One of the early key figures was Frank Lanza. Frank Lanza, the quiet boss. Lanza didn't want headlines. He wanted control. And he got it. Running the San Francisco family from the shadows, Lanza built influence through relationships, not bloodshed. He maintained connections with local politicians, business leaders, other mafia families. This wasn't chaos. This was structure. And for years, it worked. A different kind of power. Here's the thing about San Francisco, Bambi. This wasn't a city you could bully. So the mafia adapted. Instead of dominating the streets, they influenced the system. Labor unions, business contracts, backroom deals. The kind of stuff that don't make noise, but moves mountains.
They say money don't grow on trees, but it sure as hell jumps across ponds. Meet the frog, part philosopher, part hustler, and 100% amphibious attitude. He don't leap for nobody. The world just moves around him. He's been bouncing checks since the 90s and still somehow lands on his feet. The Frog Energy Drink, now available. Introducing the Frog Energy Drink for when life's swampy and you need that jump start to slap reality back into shape. Made with 100% street wisdom, caffeine, and the tears of your doubters. Pulling up to the club on a leaf boat with LED lights. Winking at Angie across the bar. Hopping over bills and haters alike. It's not just a drink, it's a lifestyle. You don't sip it, you commit to it. Whether you're hustling in the swamp or dealing with clowns in the city, one can of this, and you're hopping over the competition. I don't croak under pressure, I perform. That's right, baby. Stay slick, stay green, stay legendary. The Frog, hop heavy, live legendary.
The political connection. Now, this is where things get real interesting. Because in San Francisco, the line between organized crime and legitimate power got blurry. Enter Joseph Alioto, a powerful attorney. Later, the mayor of San Francisco. Alioto represented clients connected to organized crime, denied any wrongdoing, but his name kept coming up in discussions involving mafia influence. Was he connected? Was he just a lawyer doing his job? That's where the story lives, in the gray area. The national connections. San Francisco didn't operate alone. They were tied into Chicago outfit, Los Angeles family, other West Coast operations, This made them part of a larger network, even if they stayed quieter than the rest. Because sometimes, the guy you don't hear about, he's the one you should be worried about. Decline without war. Unlike other mafia families, San Francisco didn't fall apart in a blaze of violence. No massive wars. No headlines. Just slow decline. Law enforcement pressure. Changing times. New criminal organizations rising. And the old guard fading away. The San Francisco Mafia wasn't flashy, wasn't loud, wasn't reckless, but it was effective. For decades, it operated in the shadows of one of America's most powerful cities, proving something most people don't realize. You don't always need violence to control a city. Sometimes, all you need is influence. San Francisco's underworld reminds us that organized crime doesn't always look the same. Sometimes it's chaos. Sometimes it's bloodshed. And sometimes it's quiet, calculated, and sitting right next to power. Thank you for watching this Pizzaverse Studios documentary. If you enjoy deep dives into organized crime, hidden history, and cinematic storytelling, follow Pizzaverse Studios and Palermo Productions. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. And remember, the most dangerous players, they ain't always the loudest. Seattle, Washington. A city of rain, ports, and long quiet nights. From the outside, it looks calm, almost untouched. But behind the waterfront businesses, behind the shipping docks and labor unions, organized crime built a presence that lasted for decades. Not loud, not flashy, but deeply rooted. At the center of it all was one of the most powerful figures in Northwest organized crime, Frank Lanza Sr., a businessman on paper, a power player behind the scenes, running operations that stretched from Seattle to Portland and beyond. This wasn't about street wars. This was about control. Control of nightclubs, adult entertainment, labor influence, business fronts, and connections that kept everything running smoothly. Seattle's mob didn't make headlines like New York or Chicago, because they didn't need to. They stayed quiet, blended in, operated under the radar. But no empire stays hidden forever. As federal investigations intensified, the cracks began to show. Wiretaps, surveillance, and cases that slowly pulled back the curtain on the Northwest underworld. The Seattle Mafia. The Forgotten Northwest Outfit. A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. a Palermo Productions original. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DePrio. Coming soon.
And I go into that ground. I won't go quietly. I'm bringing my crown. When I go into that ground, oh, they gotta bury me face down. From the rubble, what do I see? There's a whole damn army thinking that they're gonna harm me, saying that I'll never get free. Oh, I got troubles, they won't let me be. But I won't get tired, set the town on fire till my troubles got trouble with me. Thinking that they've won, it's only just begun. When I go into that ground, I won't go quietly. I'm bringing my crown. And when I go into that ground, oh, they gotta bury me face down. I've been on the run since I was a boy, but now I'm done running. Got another thing coming, watch my enemies get destroyed. Oh, I got troubles of more than one kind, but I never sleep. Gotta bury me 6 feet deep where the sun don't shine. Thinking that they've won, it's only just begun. When I go into that ground, I won't go quietly. I'm bringing my crown. And when I go into that ground, oh, they gotta bury me face down. Counted out, left for dead, wanted with a bounty on my head. But somehow, someway, I'ma keep moving along. Been counted out, left for dead, wanted with a bounty on my head. But somehow, someway, I'ma keep moving along. Thinking that they've won, it's only just begun. When I go into that ground, I won't go quietly. I'm bringing my crown. And when I go into that ground, oh, they gotta bury me face down. Oh, they gotta bury me face down.